Hey guys, and welcome back to Hearthstone with me, Hollow. We are continuing our Warlock arena run. Had some interesting duels earlier. We went against the Priest, and it was a very tough game, and, you know, slow-paced and careful. And we managed to snag the win, despite making one quite bad mistake. And then in the second game, we went against the Shaman. We were quite ahead, everything was going well. And then I really didn't, like, seal the deal, you know? I was ahead, I was on top of it. And then I just kind of let it get away from me, and I couldn't sort of get lucky and top deck something that would bring me back into the game, such as a well-timed Hellfire was one thing that I kind of needed. And it just ended up being a loss. So strong early game is what I need to maintain, and then really just like completely gain control after that is the plan. Haunted Creeper into Shadows and Cleric is a good start. A Wolf Rider as well. I'm going to pass on the Wolf Rider because I think Haunted Creeper and Shadows and Cleric are good. I'm looking for something else, and that's pretty much exactly what I wanted. So if I coined the Haunted Creeper, that will allow me to do nothing really the following turn. So if I don't do anything, I have 2 mana and I coin into the Harvest Golem rather than the Haunted Creeper. And then I can buff that up even more, and I feel like that's stronger overall. So that's the plan. We have a lot of free drops here, so looks good. So next turn we can Shadows and Cleric, or we could even Haunted Creeper and Mortal Coil if it was required. He has Wild Growth, which is actually kind of bad in Arena, yet somehow it's managed to work for him, because he's managed to get it off pretty damn early, straight away in fact. So that's very fortunate for him. He's now 2 mana ahead of me. In general, which is kind of ridiculous, but again, it can backfire in Arena, you know. If you don't have the things you need to make it worth it in Arena, it just doesn't work. Example would be, you know, not having any late game with Wild Growth. Right, so Haunted Creeper, Mortal Coil is not going to do anything, and Shadows and Cleric is pretty good because he just silenced it, so I could give him something to have wasted and, you know, should have waited with that silence. If he'd waited an extra turn with that silence, that would have been terrible for me. So I can buff this up, and then I'm just going to pass, you know? These are 2 things that can trade with that, and then I can Mortal Coil it, and that's fine, you know? You can trade the 2/4 into the 3/2, and then I can Mortal Coil and maybe Acolyte of Pain, you know? So, feeling fairly confident now. It just really depends on his turn 5 play. The worst thing would be a Druid of Claw. You know, we're going with that whole idea of that he's playing Ramp Druid, except in Arena, and he'd have to be fucking fortunate to have that. Fortunately, he does not, but he does completely clean me because of the bite. So, that really does suck for me, and I'm not happy with that result, but at least he didn't have a strong turn 5 overall. So, I don't want to waste the free, so I will just play Acolyte Pain, but we will draw the card first. Yep, Acolyte Pain is the play, and looks good. Okay, we're fine. So we can potentially draw some cards off of this. We have a Manipulator to copy one of his big things. You know, we're getting to that late game now, and he's up 2 mana still, so he's able to make a lot of good play. So he's giving me 2 cards here, so overall happy with that result. See what we get. My hand is nice and full. Not had to tap once this game either. Priestess of Elune is such a shit card, but I really didn't have a choice when I had to get it. Alright, we finally find that Blood Imp, which is so bad. So we could charge 3 damage into it, which is not enough. I don't want a Hellfire, so I probably want to fill the board. So I suppose I could Blood Imp and Mogushan Warden. The other options to Wolf Rider, Haunted Creeper, tap, Haunted Creeper, Blood Imp. I like the idea of the Mogushan Warden and the Blood Imp, just because it's just like a 1/8 that's just a nasty, annoying thing that slows him down, and we're trying to egg him on into placing something that's really big and scary. We do actually have 2 Faceless Manipulators in this deck, so I don't know, it depends how it goes from here. I mean, he's down to 5 cards. I definitely have an advantage here in terms of card drawing potential. So if he runs out of steam, we're pretty much sorted. But we do have to control the board or have some sort of proper presence before that can ever happen. And as of right now, this presence is just pretty fucking weak. Fortunately, he just freezes the 1/8, which is a good result for me. It wasn't doing anything anyway, you know? So, Faceless Manipulator, that, and then Imp is always an option. I don't want a Hellfire. 5/5 steel isn't that good, especially against someone who seems to be very late game oriented. So I don't want to face this Manipulator. So what do I want to do? You know, I got a lot of healing here. So tapping's fine. Flame Imp's fine. I could Flame Imp an Earthen Ringfast here. Leaves me with 2 mana to just Haunted Creeper, which is really hard for him to deal with. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna put some threats out there, you know. So we heal straight back up, and you know, a swipe here. Oh, damn. Okay. It sucks that he buffed up that one because a swipe there. Sorry, a buff there would be really nice playing around swipe. But again, this is Arena. Who knows if he has swipe? He could be a deck with 8 swipes and therefore going 12-0, or you know, he could be a deck with 0 swipes and having a bit of a battle to win, you know. So we don't really know what he's gonna do. Demha. Oh no, it's not. It's not Demha. It's Demba. It's far away from me. I'm short-sighted. Forgive me. I've got a big monitor. So he's taking his sweet Geriac time. I don't know why I said Geriac. I heard like a song like lyric in my mind there, and I don't know what that was. I think it was maybe Sweet Cherry Pie that I was hearing, but it's not what I said. I have no real excuse. So he does have a swipe, and this is an amazing swipe. So yeah, because it buffed up the wrong target, it really did fuck me up essentially, and it's really fortunate for him that he has that swipe. You know, that's just really ruined me. And then the Wrath as well. I suppose it's not over yet, but that really does, like, lower my chances. So Hellfire here won't do enough damage without some kind of spell power. I do have 1 spell power minion, but I don't have it. Is it worth tapping for? Probably not, because I probably won't get it. Manipulator here again, not that good. Hellfire, Wolf Rider, you know, that just gives him complete control of the game. So we'll send this into that so that it dies, and you know, that way we maintain our one of our 2 AoEs that we have. The only other AoE that we actually do have is from the Dread Infernal. It's 1 damage across the board, and the Hellfire, which is 3 damage across the board. So I don't know. It's very important to sort of use it wisely, and right there it would have killed 1 thing. So I'm not into it. I am really like miffed about that swipe. Like we were talking about how like unlikely it would be for him to have that swipe, and naturally he had it. Well, it was fortunate there that he chose not to. Oh, there's the other way. It's fortunate that he chose not to kill the 2/2 there. Faceless Manipulator, and then I don't have enough mana to Hellfire. Fuck. So it's 3 damage. It's 5 damage. It's not enough. I need 1 more. But that's too much mana for that. So this is 1 damage across the board, 3 damage. It allows me to tap. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, because then he can trade really well. I suppose I could tap. I could steal this and then send them both into that, which would be enough damage to kill it, leaving me with enough mana to play a pint-sized summoner. I guess that's okay. I'm trying to save this AoE. Just really wanted to make better use out of this Faceless Manipulator, you know, and this really isn't good use. It's really not good use, but again, the AoE going to be really crucial. I do have this big heal here, which is nice. I say big, it's only 4, but we have a lot of healing in general. We have 2 more free heals to get. So he has another Wrath. This is a pretty nice deck he's running here. A little bit upset about that, you know. He's running a lot of cards. I need him to run out of fuel, and somehow he's managed to just be okay playing these cards sort of consistently with these Wraths that he's had. So he's got 5 damage on the board. I can heal a little bit of it, but I'm going to hurt myself a lot here. That's 1 damage, 1 health more than I can deal with. I suppose I should really Dread Infernal rather than Hellfire here. And then just play, like, I don't know, the Ooze, yeah. You know, that's alright. And then we have the Hellfire for a bigger, better nuke, really. But again, we are running out of steam ourselves, and we do need to tap. But we've just not had an opportunity to get a good tap here, and it's worrying. But the game's not over, you know. It really does depend on what cards he has, and you know, if he stops just consistently having okay stuff. You know, the Dragon Claw mechanic, and you know, the Stormwind Knight itself. It's just not that strong, but it came in handy where he needed it, and I really need some sort of backup, I guess, you know. Really need to tap more, I think. That's going to be an issue that I need to address. Having an empty hand like this, even though I've drawn quite a lot here this game, it just hasn't been enough. Alright, so Hellfire is going to be amazing here. It's going to be amazing here. Okay, never mind. Hellfire no longer as good. Which sucks. But it's still good. It's just nowhere near as good. This is really a problem. As you can see. Faceless Manipulator, that? I guess. I'd need to do that before Hellfire, so it's not really worth. Making a 1-1 that comes back as a 2-2. Well, that would mean that, you know, at least there's a contest, but... No, I should probably just Priestess of Elune. Okay, so it's not over yet. He's finally out of fuel, guys. He's finally out of fuel. So he's got a 2-2 and a 1-1 at the end of his turn. So it doesn't do anything for him now, which is good. And he is, like I say, out of fuel. And I have a lot of healing, so who knows? Maybe we will bring this back. Maybe. We can pray. We just need some strong minions like the Void Caller. That's amazing. Draw 3 cards. Exactly the perfect time. I have no idea what he was thinking about there. This game looks suddenly over. Like, it was just like, finally, he's run out of fuel. We're back in it. He hasn't got all of the things that he needs. Oh, nourish. Wrecked, you know? Oh well. Claw now, so... Free. He has enough damage there, so he gets a 2-2 back, basically. And, you know, he's okay with that. At least to get rid of that armor. Now I just need the constant healing. That's good. That's good. We will tap first. And there's the healing that I was talking about. Kind of want to Faceless Manipulator that, but I have to play it anyway. Now, do I go face here, or do I trade? I think I trade. I think I have to trade, as much as I would like to not to. I have to preserve my life total. We have one more heal besides this one to get in the last 10 cards. And it really comes down to whether he has big cards or not, because I want to Faceless Manipulator that, or something that he has. I do have a second Faceless Manipulator as well. We are low on cards. That may backfire. Wow. Okay, thankfully he doesn't have a spell here. So, Faceless Manipulator. Oh. Maybe not. Maybe Sunwalker and heal. If I Faceless Manipulator this, I can clear the board and then heal. Is that better than saving it and Sunwalking, just in case he has a big threat? Actually, I actually have a second one to get here, so I'm not that concerned about preserving this, I feel. So I feel like this may be better. So we are killing that. We are killing that. And I should have definitely tapped first. Should have definitely tapped first, but it literally didn't change anything, fortunately for me. Even though I made the misplay of not tapping first, it worked out for the best, you know, because the Voidwalker would not have been played. So he's probably going to use his hero power and lose 2 health and get rid of my 4-1, at which point I have the Sunwalker. See, that's something much better to Faceless Manipulator. But I have the Sunwalker, I have the Voidwalker. Many things are walking, you know. He's walking over voids, she's walking over suns. It's working out for everyone. Alright, I'm going to tap here. So we're going to play this and this. No, that would be grand and nice and everything, but I really need to protect this. So I have to play the Voidwalker and not heal. And then I just play the threat and go face. So, if he doesn't have a way to deal with this Void Walker, I'm threatening lethal right now. So, he could, to save himself here, imagine he has no cards. Of course, he does have cards, but imagine he has no cards. He sends the 4-6 into the 1-3, and then hero powers and hits me in the face. That puts him to 11 life total, which would technically just save him. For one turn anyway. But, of course, he does have cards, so we'll see what he does. But we have to pray now that this Void Walker tanks the damage from the Spectral Knight. It needs to. Spectral Knight is absolutely amazing in Arena. It's so strong. Well, he manages to deal with the Void Walker, and I assume he's going to trade into the 7-6. If he goes face, I'll be amazed. He's putting every effort into the face. If he goes face, I probably win the game, because I have the Sunwalker. He just doesn't want to spend, you know, that much on it, I guess, but he has to. That's fine. Again, I have the Sunwalker and a heal. Cult Master, don't really want to draw cards here, so no. We will heal. And I could hit him in the face. How much damage is this? This is 7. It's lethal, so I will get rid of that. So I threaten lethal here. So he is in a very sticky situation. I've managed to bring this back just barely. We are very close in terms of what cards we have left. And I obviously have the better life total, but I can tap and that will hurt me. And I really probably won't tap at any point from now on in this game. The Cult Master can really backfire as well. So I have to be very careful with that. It's a solid 4-2 itself. And that sword, that's a sweet sword. But I don't really want to like have it kill me, you know. I only have 5 cards left. You know that's a female orc, right? And that's a male orc as well. Just looking at it, it looks like a orc in a dress instead of a robe. Starfall, 2 damage across the bottom. No, wow. Oh yeah, okay. And then you can send that in there, unless you haven't attacked. No, he did attack. So he sends that in there, and then I no longer have lethal. Holy shit. Well done to him, you know. Power of the Wild, yeah, spawning that instead. Understandable. Trades with the one that's not hurt. Oh god, this could backfire. This could really backfire. It's potentially 6 damage to him, which isn't enough. And if it hits that, I lose. So I have to hit this and then pray that it hits that. Yes. Okay. And you know what? I will play this and not tap. That way, you know, again, I threaten lethal. And this time, surely he doesn't have a way to stop me. Please. Please, come on now. Okay, that's fine. That does nothing. That does nothing. We win. Oh, thank God. We have exactly 7 damage. What a fucking game. That was the longest game. Oh, well played. Well played. Look, Pit Lord. Nah, we won't play him. We won't play him. There you go. We won. That was the first game, right? That was the longest game. 2-1 now. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So it's 2 fucking games this video, apparently. Can't believe it. 20-minute game. That was insane. Oh, that was tense. It really didn't look good for me there, because with it, he kept having, you know, that swipe play that he had. That nearly wiped me out. Alright, here we are. Dreaded Fiddle can go. I want the Ooze against him with his weapons, but I don't want to play it early. So I have the Haunted Creeper for that. So I don't really want to coin this out, or that out, because of it. I think it's a good opening hand, and I think I should keep the Ooze because he's going to have it's very, very, very likely that he's going to have, you know, many good weapons, which is an issue. So we shall coin Haunted Creeper to contest that as a plane goes over my house. I'm sure you totally can't hear that, right, guys? You can't hear that. It's just, it's in your head, man. It's in your head. Sorry. Can't control where planes go, and I do live near an airport. But yes. That's a fucking issue. Oh, okay. It's fine. Never mind. So we play the Direwolf Alpha. Now, do we get rid of the shield? Or do we get rid of the 2 damage? I think we get rid of the 2 damage because that way he can't kill the wolf. And it allows me to have some extra minions on board. So, I think that's the better play. Silverback, so out of the 3 cards he's played, 2 of them have been good. And that's really bad. So, yeah, this is a good result. Although it's just 1 damage short, sadly. So, we can play this, which will die, and then we can trade that. It's alright. Is okay. Team, is okay. Remain calm. And we finally have board control. Yeah. Alright. So now we just need to follow it up with solid stuff. Damn. Well, I mean, it does nothing but wipe the board. And if I have a nice play here, then I'm good. And hey, I have a nice play here. A 5/6. Sure, it hurts me, but I do have a lot of healing in this deck. And sure, I want to Void Caller that, but apparently I'm not allowed to do that. And I want to Faceless Manipulator this. That is fine. Please press your hero power. Alright, Faceless Manipulator. Here we go. This is a good result. Oh my god. So we kill the Demolisher. Please let me get 3 Pit Lords out. Please. Wrath of the Pit Lord. Oh. Oh. Do I survive? Why would he do that? I survive. I don't understand that play. Do I want a 5/4 for 5 mana? I don't think so, no. So I heal this and buff this and then manip it. Yes. Okay, cool. So I'm not making the same mistake. I'm trading first. Even though it matters not. And then we buff this one up and hit with that. Okay. So the Pit Lord had its value. It did 5 damage to us, and it's done 6 damage to his face and traded well. And tanked a Consecrate. That does nothing. I am going to Faceless Manipulator this. It would seem. Alright. So we Faceless Manipulate this. This is how much damage do we actually have on the board before we do anything? This is 11, 14, 17 damage, and no way to increase it. So that's a lot of damage. We trade into that. We trade into that. We trade into that. And then go face. So we want to take this before it trades. And probably should have tapped first. And the answer to that is, yeah, you should have. But he's already used 1 Consecrate. Well, this is going to happen no matter what. And this is going to happen no matter what. Now, this is pretty good for Consecrate because it kills 2 things that are kind of threatening. So I don't want to play into Consecrate. But he's already used 1 and it's a fucking arena. But I don't need a pint-sized summoner, so I will tap. And fortunately, it makes no difference. Ain't playing that in this situation. So yeah, Consecrate here is pretty nice for him. But he has used 1 already, and it's an arena, so there's a damn high chance he doesn't actually have 1. So he kills both my 1 health things pretty much immediately there, and nothing else, which is okay, basically. It's okay. It's 11 damage here. That's a good top deck, and pint-sized summoner as well. So yep. Play this, and we're just going to go face because it's 1 damage that he's going to have to spend on a shield anyway. And we threaten lethal here. So it looks pretty solid here, guys. Pit Lord, Wrath of the Pit Lord. We had fucking 3 Pit Lords in play this game. That was awesome. That was a lot of fun. Alright, so he holds on a little bit here, but I don't think it's going to save him. That probably does, though. Hey, Mad Bomber might kill him. Ah, there we go. Alright, so, send you in and die. That's fine, I don't really care. And yeah, we kill him with the Pit Lord, of course. Haha! Alright, that was a good game. That was really good. Very fast-paced compared to the first one. Thanks for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like. And look forward to more. Leave comments with feedback and junk in the comments. And I will see you next time, guys. Have a great day or night, depending on where you are. See you next time.